Many of the towns of Boston's Upper North Shore have become synonymous over the years as bedroom communities where many residents commute south into the city. So it's easy to forget that up here, cities like Beverly and Salem, towns like Swampscott, have rich maritime histories dating back centuries, and where many of those histories and traditions are still alive today.
Swampscott is historically a fishing village, has a long and storied history. Starting in 1629, it was one of the earliest coastal settlements.
Dr. Nancy Schultz, a member of the Swampscott Historical Commission, describes the town's early innovative roots.
The North Shore certainly got its start in fishing when it was settled. In Swampscott, Ebenezer Phillips in the 17th century learned from the Native Americans how to dry cod.
Now, Swampscott also claims to be the place where the lobster pot was invented, right?
The lobster pot was invented here in 1808 by Ebenezer Thornton.
Of course, when he was trapping them, they were mostly bait food and served to servants.
That's right, and prisoners in the jail.
And no delicacy at all.
Yes.
The waters off Swampscott and the North Shore provide the setting for interesting lore, including stories of sea monsters, and we're a long way from Scotland.
In 1819, 1820, even through the 1830s, there were several sightings between here and Nahant. At times, a crowd of over 100, 200 people would gather on the beach to watch the cavorting of this 100-foot snake-like Loch Ness monster swimming along the water. There was actually a society formed to investigate the sea monster.
Curiously came up with no corroborative evidence?
They offered a $5,000 reward to anyone who could capture the sea serpent.
Yeah.
In today's dollars, that's about $100,000.
We leave monster tales behind and head back up Route 1A to the city where the darker side of history is already well known.
When you think of Salem, naturally you think of witches, but Salem is and has always been a city by the sea with a rich maritime history.
The Salem waterfront, once a vital part of the nation's economy.
This is one of the largest money makers for the United States at its heyday. Tons of money is coming through here.
Construction of what's known today as Derby Wharf began in 1762. As the Darby family grew their overseas trade business, they expanded the wharf to a half-mile, its current length.
Which is why it's a nice place to walk, because you can get your steps in.
Derby Wharf and Light Station are part of the Salem Maritime National Historic Site managed by the National Park Service. Gavin Gardner is the site's resource program manager.
You would have had ships, you would have even had buildings on here. These warehouses for the ships to come in and offload into. The 19th century version of the semi-truck. They're bringing up the vegetables, they're bringing up the coal, all the stuff that's keeping Salem running.
Cargo ships were once common on the wharf. The replica of the tall ship Friendship launched in 1998. The original Friendship, built in Salem in 1797, carried goods between Salem and the Far East and Europe. She never made it back to Salem after departing Russia in 1812. Unbeknownst to the Friendship crew, war had broken out between the United States and the British. The British Navy captured the Friendship as a prize of war and sold it off at auction. John Newman is the Friendship rigger.
No one's going to whistle us aboard? Jeez.
Welcome aboard. This is the foredeck.
This is a large deck area.
Yes, it is. She's 104 feet on deck.
John, right behind you, belaying pins, right?
Yes. It's not a weapon.
Staple in every pirate movie ever made.
Not a weapon. It's to tie things up. If you look right there, see the coil there? Yeah. We have 17 miles of rope.
Including the rigging.
Well, that's mostly the rigging. Mostly. Yeah. And I'm not counting things like this detail here. These. In that little wrapping there is 15 feet of it.
Who got the short straw generally and slept in the hammock versus a bunk?
Not me. This is tough on the back.
Comfort was not what they were promising.
While this floating museum is a sight to behold, the ship isn't the only draw for new friends visiting Salem.
Every year I have met visitors who have never seen the ocean. That is an epiphany for them, to come and see that water, and I can tell them that's the same water that connects to Europe and Africa and the rest of the world.
The National Park Service tells Ted that in a good summer sailing season, the tall ship Friendship sails away from Salem for 2 to 3 weeks to visit neighboring ports. In the past, the Friendship has sailed as far as Manhattan and to Portland, Maine. While the Salem Maritime Outdoor Open Spaces are open to the public, tours on board the Friendship are on hold due to the pandemic. Coming up, Beverly's Cabot Theater returns to its roots.